Well, welcome to Same Cast, Different Day podcast. I'm Martel.
And I'm Tina Marie.
I'm having some super delays on my end, so y'all gonna have to work with me. So, it was some thoughts going through my head, and I came across one of my favorite gingers who kind of put a lot of my thoughts that was in my head to make it sound more better than what I would have did it. So I'm gonna play this clip for y'all, and then we're gonna come back and discuss.
You know what's crazy is they spent a year telling us we were broke, and then they showed up with a war bill for $200 billion. They said, we need $200 billion for this war. I said, that's not my war. That's y'all's war. I didn't ask for this. Shit, y'all told us you weren't even going to do this war. And then like, well, it's not a war. It's actually a military excursion. I'm like, no, excursions are for cruise ships. What you're doing is a war. And they're like, oh, it was only supposed to last 3 days. I'm like, well, bitch, it's week 4 of your 3-day war. And now you're asking me for $200 billion. All right? You out here told us, how many times did you tell us? How many times did you tell us that we couldn't have hospitals, that we had to shut down schools, that we couldn't have better bridges? We ain't got bridge building money, but we got bridge bombing money? That's what the fuck you telling me? You told me the price was supposed to go down. I know that y'all down there in DC don't drive past the pump. I have to go drive past the pump every fucking day. On my fucking commute to my goddamn job. Across rickety ass bridges that ain't getting fixed. And everything's more fucking expensive. And now you're out here telling me I gotta pay for your fucking war? A war that I didn't fucking want? That y'all told your people you didn't fucking want? And you out here $200 billion? Bitch, you know what we could do with $200 billion? We could go fund the fucking VA. You're out here trying to make more veterans. We're not trying to make more doctors to help the veterans. We already fucking got. Fuck y'all. I'm sick of this shit. They sent that pilled up asshole in his sunglasses and a hat with a chainsaw out there last year. Oh, we gotta doge things. We gotta cut shit. Holocaust Hegseth out here saying we need $200 billion because we gotta protect the protesters over there. Bitch, y'all call the protesters here domestic terrorists. Fuck you. I'm sick of this shit. Stop lying to me. Just tell me to my face that you're gonna do a war, that you're the fucking Antichrist, and that you're trying to bring about World War III because your dad didn't hug you, and you lost playing a game of Battlefield 3, and now you want to do Karg Island in real life. That shit at least makes sense. This lying shit over and over and over again. We're just tired of it. We're tired of being lied to. You gonna go be a fucking devil? Go be a fucking devil. Don't put on fucking angel wings and act like I'm fucking crazy.
Okay, yes, he is one of my faves. Every time I come across one of his videos, it's like I gotta stop and I gotta watch because his crash outs be valid and LOL at the captions because when he was saying the swear words, it was totally different words.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. This brings me back to what I said last week. MAGA, do y'all regret your vote now? Because this is bringing me back to last week when I said the gas prices is at $7. Healthcare is through the roof. This man lied and said that eggs was down 90%. And if eggs were down at 90%, we'll be paying less than 70 cents for a carton of eggs, which means he lied because eggs has gone up. Gas is up, rent is up, food is up in general. Everything is up. But this man keep getting on national TV and lying and say how things are getting better. But yet, and still, instead of making your rich friends that you gave the big tax cuts to help you pay for your damn war, you want us poor people to come up with $200 billion after you already just added $8 trillion to our debt. I don't know how much it was, but I think
I ain't got it.
It's a couple of 8 trillion. We ain't got it. We ain't got it no more. We don't have it no more. I'm angry. And then the fact that is these MAGA people make it seem like everything is fine. Everything isn't fine. Everything is not fine. And now he's starting to take away y'all rights. And then, for those of you who don't know, he's still trying to get the SAVE Act passed because the TSA is still shut down over because he wants people to be able to use they passports to be able to vote. And then he realized, like, oh, well, somebody in the Republican Party realized, oh, if we make it so that you need your passport to go vote, Guess which states don't have, majority of them don't have passports? The red states, the Republican states, the people you need to vote for you to stay, for your congressmen and senators and all the people to stay in office are all in red states, and they don't have passports to go vote to prove that they're an American citizen. I'm pretty sure they don't have the money to go get a passport to go prove that they are an American citizen.
Because, baby, them blue states going to travel every time, ain't they?
I swear, every time. We ain't like on the verge of being bankrupt by the end of this year or in a few months because, because the tariff taxes and everything that Donald Trump is doing, the cost of farming and everything is going up. Then they don't have people to work the foreign farms because, he's doing these roundup, all these illegal immigrants that's working the farms to make sure the farmers can make, do their jobs to make the profit, to sell the profits to go overseas. But now, since he got this whole tariff war going on, a lot of the other countries are not messing when it comes to America to get products. And now they're seeking other countries to get these products. Now American products are not being bought. So now the state of Nebraska, who mostly depends on agriculture, is going bankrupt. They have no money. They asked Trump for help and Trump told them no. But 99.9% of Nebraska voted for Donald Trump. And y'all out there to be high and dry. How does it feel? Do y'all regret your vote now?
Now, how does it feel?
And then so Tina, she went to the bougie rodeo and stuff, y'all. But she had her
the weekend before spring break. I was not down there during spring break.
You do not have to make sure that that's clear.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because if somebody get on here acting ignorant.
So what she's trying to say is she wasn't the one that was
I wasn't part of the reason why they enacted a dress code for the rodeo. No, I was not.
Because, child, let me tell y'all, from some of the videos that I've seen, like, these girls had their whole entire booty holes out. Everything was just showing. I see why they came up with dress code. But but she was down there at the rodeo, and she said she had her own experience with TSA when she was coming back to, the best state in the world, the drunkest state in the union.
So, okay, so let's start off with the fact that I had booked round trip flight with no layover, right? That ended up changing on my flight there and back, right? So now I got 4 different planes I have to catch. All 4 were delayed, going and coming back. And when it was time for me to come back, I got an email that day that said, hey, by the way, you probably should get to the airport 3 hours early because we short-staffed, right? So I'm like, great. Now I got TSA pre-checked. So I get there and I'm going, and I was booked. I was happy. Okay. And I get there, and the general line was pretty long, right? But it's probably about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. Okay. My flight left at 7 o'clock, so I was there pretty early. So I got through TSA just fine. Now the clear line was long as well, which I thought was really strange, but the TSA pre-check was not. So I had a pretty decent experience because I had the TSA pre-check. Other than that, I would have been standing in a really long line, baby. That line was long. By the time I got back home, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen some vlogs about Houston in general in the airport times. The line was like all the way out to the parking lot, through the parking lot. It's crazy.
I heard, I believe Tyler Perry, I think he was down in Atlanta. He was trying to offer, he had brought money for the TSA agents that are offering them money, and they was told they couldn't accept the money, so he went and got gift cards to give to all of them. So shout out to Tyler Perry for that. For what I heard.
What's his name also offered to pay money? What's his name? The Tesla guy.
Oh, Elon.
Mm-hmm. He offered to pay money too.
Elon stepping up. He knew that he messed up helping Donald Trump. He regrets helping Donald Trump now too, by the way. So it's been 6 weeks. 6 weeks that these people have not gotten paid. as of this past Friday, the Congress is on recess for 2 weeks, so this whole TSA pay still has not been resolved technically. So and then they're like I said, they're gonna be off another 2 weeks, so that's gonna be what 8 weeks of these TSA agents possibly not get paid, and then when they get back into session, and until how much longer it's going to be, um, until these people start to get paid. And at this point, it's like y'all gonna have to start shutting down airports because I'm pretty sure these people that now it's going on 2 months, and these people like, hey, we're running out of money to be able to come back and forth to work. We can't pay our rent, we can't buy food, we can't pay our electricity bill, and we can't do anything without getting paid.
So I
And
thought I thought Trump was going to sign an executive order or something.
so that's one thing I was see. He said he was going to sign an executive order for TSA agents to get paid. I'm like, why you wouldn't just do that in the first place? Like you knew these people have gone weeks without getting paid. Just back in like October, November, that we had it when we had the last government shutdown. They went 6 weeks without getting paid, so they still recovering from the last shutdown. Now here we are with this one, and now they're another 6 weeks without getting paid, possibly 8 to 9 weeks without getting paid. If you could have signed an executive order this whole time for them to get paid, why didn't you just do that in the first place? Like you could have took some of that money that billions and billions of dollars that you stole from Medicaid and Medicare to give to the ICE agents to deport people. You could have took some of that money and just paid TSA agents if it was just that easy, but he chose not to. That shows just how much he cares about the American people. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're not in a state like California, Texas, Florida, and I believe I want to say New York and maybe Nevada, because those are like the very expensive places to live in the U.S. If you're not in one of those places where like minimum wage is like 20 some dollars an hour there, um, those the TSA agents who don't live in those areas only make about 40 some $1,000s a year. So it's not like these people have in this economy has a abundance of money just set to the side for when this happened. Like I said, they make $45,000 a year as a TSA agent. And those who live in like states like California, they make about $51,000 a year. They don't make enough money to put aside to put away for to be laid to not get paid for 6 to 8 weeks. They don't.
Hell, do any of us? Truly?
Right. Right, exactly. But I could imagine living in California. I'm a single person, rent probably close to $2,000, and now here it is. I'm 2 months behind on rent because I don't have any money to pay rent. Like it's something that it's like I said, if he could have passed the bill this whole entire time, why didn't I mean wrote an executive order this whole entire time for TSA agents to get paid? Why didn't he just do it? But instead, you letting them suffer.
Ain't no telling. You
Like
know, that wasn't one of his priorities. Apparently, that's what it looked like, sound like to me.
Exactly. Like they're hitting food banks. They're doing all this other kind. They doing all kind of things to survive. And like I said, a lot of TSA agents have quit and went to go find new jobs because they're like, I need to survive. I need to be able to buy food. I need to buy food for my kids. I need to be able to provide a roof over my head. And I can't do that if I'm going to this job and working for free. And then after this, whatever time is left over, Uncle Sam gonna take so much of that money because I'm gonna owe all that money in taxes. They'll tell me y'all probably gonna give me all that back pay in one check. So I'll be paying. I'm not even gonna get half of what I'm supposed to get probably. So they still gonna be in the hole. And I feel like going forward, because come November, this is why he said we need to vote these people out come November. I've already voted. I voted early in our local election here. So yeah, I voted early, and like I said, we need to go out there and vote. No matter how small the election is, we need to make sure that we're going to vote. We need to go out in this November and vote out these Republicans. I know at this point we're just doing the lesser of two evils at this point, but we need to do something. Like there has to be some kind of change to get through Last 2 years of that, it just feel like it's been like 8 years that this man has been in office already. It's not even been a full 2 years yet.
Not 8 years.
It's been so stressful with this man in office. Oh my goodness. Just like there's parts of California, they're reporting gas at $7 a gallon. Locally here, the most expensive gas I have seen now is $4.40 something a gallon, depending on what part of the city that you in. I haven't seen gas prices this high since Bush was in office. Bush at the end of Bush, beginning of Obama's first term as president. This I haven't seen gas this high since then. Like we've always suffered at least $3.50 or lower these last couple of years. And under Biden, I don't even think we hit $3 under Biden once he got in office. Because when he first took office, gas was like $3.30, $3 something. But then once he got fully into his position as president, gas was never above $3 where we live at. That I can remember. I don't remember it. If it did get to $3, most it got to was $3.15.
I don't know. Gas is gas to me. I gotta use it.
Right. I'm just they we all MAGA. We got to do better. What's I say? We y'all got to do better. So, one of the guys was talking about at work. He was talking about the Boston Tea Party, and I was like,
"How did y'all even get on that conversation?"
I don't know. I think they were just mad about the way how us as people are getting taxed. And it was like, we need to do a Boston Tea Party because like they got angry over 2.2% of tax. And altogether we paying like 37% tax right now. And they're like, we need to go do a Boston Tea Party. Wherever this country loved the most, we need to go dump it in the ocean.
So y'all gonna throw all the drugs in the ocean?
Drugs and oil, that's all this country appear to love.
And the money.
Right.
That's it. We ain't throwing crates and barrels of tea overboard.
Yeah, these container ships that's coming in with a bunch of goods, just dump it in the ocean. We need to figure out something. We need to do the modern day Boston Tea Party. But I got a video for y'all of this man discussing like how we were getting taxed.
How did we go from fighting a revolution over a 2% tax on a breakfast beverage to what we pay today? We're taxed on money when we receive it, when we spend it, when we invest it, and even when we die with it. We commute to work to make that money in a car that is taxed again to register on roads we're already taxed to build, fueled by gas that is taxed even further. And then when you get to your office that is taxed to exist, you are paid a paycheck that the corporation must match another payroll tax on top of what they have to pay you. Then you go to a home of which you are taxed to own every single year that we bought with money that the government already taxed us on. But it wasn't always like this. In fact, in 1895, the Supreme Court ruled any federal taxes against its citizens were unconstitutional. So the government did what the government does best. It protected and expanded itself by passing the 16th Amendment. Basically, the government gave us the middle finger and gave themselves the power to basically do whatever they want. People back then were more angry about that 1% tax rate than we are about our 37% tax rate today. That is the power of creeping gradualism of government that I'm always warning you guys about.
Creepy gradualism. I like that.
It was delayed for me.
Oh.
I am having some serious issues on my end. Everything is so delayed. But yeah, like I said, people back then were more. Like he said, was more angry over that 1% tax than we are over 37% tax. It got to the point like we don't care what the government do to us, and we're just going to keep letting them pow right in the blowhole every time. And it's like we need to start standing up and doing make some changes to our government. First of all, even the Democrats are sitting in them seats right now. We need to vote them out.
Time out. I thought the phrase was "pal riding the kisser."
Oh no, I took the from Norbit when he said right in the blowhole when he hit Rush Busha with the I don't know what they call that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little knife thing at the end. Shoot it in the water and it kills. They fish with it. Whatever. That thing.
A harpoon.
Yeah, there we go. Right in the blowhole. Pow, right in the blowhole. But we need to vote out everybody that's in Congress right now. Everybody that's sitting there. Every even the Democrats. We need to vote them all out. We need to start over fresh. We need to get rid of these boomers who keep trying to raise the how long you need to work. First of all, it should be up to us how long we want to work. You already got it at 65. Now, if I want to be done at 65, I want to be done at 65. That's my well, people are living longer. You know what? Figure it out. Y'all figured out how to give tax cuts to people who don't need tax cuts, so y'all can figure out how to give me money for people that's living long. Y'all figure it out. Okay, so y'all stop taking our tax dollars and let Donald Trump buy jumbo jets that we don't need that's gonna cost us billions of dollars to retrofit into an Air Force One that y'all going to let him keep after he leaves the presidency. $1 billion of taxpayer money that's going towards a jet that's not going to stay with the American people after he's out of office. $1 billion. Then we need to start making these big companies pay pay their fair share of taxes, not just big company rich people. Well, the millionaires and billionaires in general, they need to pay their fair share of taxes because there is no way that somebody who made $6, $7, $8 million in 1 year is paying the same amount of taxes that somebody who made $185,000 in a year. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then on top of that, feels like if these large corporations and millionaires and billionaires pay their fair share of taxes, guess what? Common people would not have to pay a federal tax. There wouldn't be a need for people to pay a federal tax out in their paychecks that get taken out their paychecks every last paycheck. If the wealthiest people in this country pay their fair share of taxes. So we need somebody to come up with a plan to make that work. And like I keep saying, we need to get these people who's born in the silent generation, that was born in the 30s and 40s, and who's miraculously still alive.
Not miraculously. Come on, bro.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna play a video to prove my point. Miraculously still alive. I'm gonna play a video to prove my point.
My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
Miraculously.
He just need a cane or a walker, and he refused to walk with one. That's it.
Miraculously still alive.
You better knock it off. I got a parent that was born in the 40s. Both of my parents were born in the 40s.
Not out there acting like that.
She would do the same thing if she didn't have a walker or a cane.
I'm talking about sitting in the government making bad decisions.
I mean, she didn't have to be a part of a government to do that. Come on now.
She ain't writing the laws. She not right.
But she was in the military.
Exactly. She was in the military, but she not writing these laws. She ain't part of that generation that's just trying to do their best to hold on to the little power that they still got. That's all I'm saying. They said we need to vote all of them out. Every single last one needs to be voted out at this point, and we need some new blood, some new ideas, some fresh ideas. We need something because the rate that we going in, we ain't gonna last. We're not gonna let this man has bankrupted. It took this man 14 months to bankrupt the United States. The United States of America is bankrupt. We have no money. I still trying to figure out who do we owe $38 trillion to. I keep saying we must owe that money to the Decepticons or something because it ain't no way. Who do we owe $38 trillion to? You're the government.
The rest of the world. What you mean?
Where did they get the money from? That's all I'm just saying.
They just talked about how they tax us. What you mean? Where did they get the money from?
Money is man-made. It's a man-made thing. If men created money, who the hell do we owe the money to?
Each other. It's a bartering system.
Burn the whole system down. That's what needs to happen. The whole system needs to be burned down, and we need to start back over. Now, there was this thing about universal health care. It was like, like America is like the only third world country that don't have universal health care. And so this man was like, he lives in Canada, and there was like there's people who they're waiting 6 months to start chemotherapy because of how they healthcare system is set up, or emergency surgery, some surgery that they need, some life-saving surgery. There are long waits for these surgeries and chemotherapy and stuff because of the whole universal healthcare system. And they were saying about 25,000 people die a year waiting for those chemo sessions and therapies and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, there are people in America with insurance and without insurance, but mostly without insurance. Nearly 50,000 people die a year because they can't afford health care. 50,000 a year. Because they can't
I can't afford health care. What you talking about?
And that's what I'm saying. We got jobs that provide us with health care. And guess what? Our health care benefits suck. We got to pay thousands of dollars a year for this health care. And then on top of that, this health care system, for me, they be like, oh, you have to pay $10,000 out of pocket for us to cover 100% of everything. $10,000. Now, mind you, I only make about higher than 40 a year. So, I lost my ears. So, if I was to, pay $10,000 a year in healthcare, guess what? It ain't no extra money to survive. It ain't. When I'm gonna get to where how I'm gonna eat, how I'm gonna enjoy the life that I'm this freedom that we supposed to have if I ain't got no money to pay for. Because America ain't nothing in America free. Ain't no freedom in America. They be like it's the land of the free. Ain't nothing free in America. Hell, you can't even get water for freedom or not clean water. You can't get clean water for free in America. Ain't nothing free. I drink to that. Okay. I went on a bit of a tangent. I got mad. It's a bit of a tangent.
A bit of a tangent.
But I'm going to play this clip. It's a bit of a doozy. And it's a question that a lot of Democrats, people who vote Democrat, they want to ask these MAGA Republicans. And it's just basically, why are y'all so mad? And I'm gonna play this clip for you. And this lady does a great breakdown.
Did y'all see what Joy Ann Reid had to say to MAGA? Watch this.
Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House, you have both houses of Congress, you have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's you, the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They've purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the left. You need to be mad at Donald Trump. You all have the country. You run every red state like it's already Project 2025. You won't let women have abortions in Texas. They're literally dying of sepsis. That's what you wanted. You wanted women to have only 6 weeks to get an abortion in Georgia. You got it. You wanted Texas to be a petri dish and a laboratory for every right-wing, anti-black, anti-gay, anti-trans idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella and COVID. That's what y'all wanted. You now have a paradise in Florida where you can get sick, cough on people, let them die of whatever disease you're carrying. It's almost like you've got the pilgrims again that can come and cough on all the natives and take them out. That's what you wanted. You got it. You wanted Florida to be that. It's that. You wanted the United States to be Florida. It's that. But yet you all are still so angry. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't mean to rant and rave, but I am genuinely trying to get to the bottom of what you all are so angry about. And I think I have a suspicion and I have a guess. What you all are angry about is that while you have gotten everything you wanted on the right, we on the other side won't give you love for it. We won't respect you for it. We won't hail you for it. We won't respect you and say, hey, we want to, have you at the Oscars. We want to fet you. We want to make you guys, we want to wrap our arms around you. You want us to embrace you. You don't just want to run us and tell us what to do and tell us what to think and tell us what to read and tell us what history we can have. You don't just want to tell us what to do. You want us to embrace you. What you really want is to sit at our table. You're mad because while you are running the country into the ground, you're destroying your own farmers with tariffs. You're destroying your own farmers by taking away their subsidies that used to go with USAID. You got what you wanted. They've ended the farm subsidies. These are the things y'all asked for. You got your big, beautiful budget. That's what you wanted. Trump gave it right to you. You got your permanent tax cut. You're still pissed because the left, the other side, the majority, we still cannot stand you. We cannot stand Christian nationalism. We don't want it. And because we will not say we want your Christian nationalism, we embrace your Christian nationalism. We like your Christian nationalism. We like you. Because we won't do that, that's why you're still mad. But guess what we're going to keep on doing? We're going to keep on being moisturized and unbothered, and we still not going to like it. We're never going to like Christian nationalism. We're never going to accept it. We're never going to be down with it. And our squad is bigger than your squad at the end of the day. We have the Boricuas. We got the Mexican Americans. They done woke up. They said, whoo, Lord, let's go ahead and go with these folks. We got the spicy whites. The spicy white fucking with us. They're with us. Right? We got the Asian Americans who've woken up and said, whoa, we better be with them. Right? Chinese Americans, they see you. Japanese Americans are like, you're going to do internment again? We see you.
South Koreans
are like, whoa, we see you. Y'all going to kick the South Koreans out. Now you're going to cry because Georgia's going to have a worse economy because you're not going to get to have the South Koreans teaching y'all to have those high-tech jobs. The South Koreans are like, oh, well, sure hate it. Africa's like, we're just going to do business with each other. We got BRICS. We don't need y'all. Tourists are like, we don't need y'all. the African Americans, the Caribbean Americans are getting together and said, yo, why are we fighting each other? Caribbean Americans are like, yo, we were y'all. We made a hip hop together. Let's go off. And you're mad at us because we do not want to be with you. This America you want, that's yours, y'all. You keep it. We don't want it.
I love me some Joy Ann Reid. She did not mince words. She didn't.
I mean, yeah, that's the end of the podcast right there. She pretty much summed it up. Fact.
Yeah, like I said, they're angry, and we've been trying to figure out why they're so angry when they control every branch of government, everything that has to do with the government of this country. They control it, and yet they are still so angry.
Because we just going on about our lives, basically. I'm bothered.
Pretty much.
I'm unbothered.
It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot. You know, a lot going on. I feel like that's what I feel like they've been trying to force so much stuff on us. Like, those of you who don't aware, the state of Kansas, if you are a trans person, they revoked every trans person in the state of Kansas driver's license. They're not allowed to have a driver's license no more because they don't have their given sex and their birth sex and their given name and stuff on their driver's license. So they revoked all the trans people in Kansas City, in Kansas, privilege to drive. So
I mean, how they gonna know somebody trans or not? I mean, there's nothing on there that makes you mark that you're trans.
I don't know. So somebody else had brought that up to like, how do you know that a person is trans? And that's how you know that that's how you know they physically just going through the system and be like, oh, this person might be trans, so we're just going to revoke their driver's license. Oh, this looks like a trans person, and I feel like that's what they did, not knowing if the person was really trans or not.
What else? A waste of federal dollars.
Yes, it was the waste of federal dollars, and also, voting like states to do like what they call it, the election commission people. So it states they were like, so if this whole SAVE Act thing was to get passed, and people are required to have, documentation to prove that they're an American citizen, like their original birth certificate. And women, like, so like for married women, they can't use a driver's license or anything because they have to have some type of documentation with their maiden name on there. So if you got married and changed your name, you got to go find your original documents with your maiden name on there in order to be able to vote.
Okay, so a birth certificate, got it.
A birth certificate.
Or your marriage license has your maiden name on there.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so like you need some form of that or like a passport to be able to vote. And they were like, well, we're gonna have to retrain our people to basically know what a original birth. It can't be a duplicate birth certificate. It has to be an original birth certificate with the seal and everything on there. It has to be the original birth certificate. They didn't say like a duplicate or a copy of it or whatever. It has to be an original birth certificate. Like, who has the original birth certificate? I don't. And then like they said, so there's like, we don't have the money to train these people to know what a real passport look like or what a real original birth certificate is. We have to retrain all our staff members to be able to do the new voting rules, and we don't have the money. It's not in our budget to train all these people. And then Donald Trump was like, yeah, I'm not going to give you guys money to retrain these people to be able to do their job under the new voting rules that we're trying to get passed. So it's like, you guys got to figure out. You're on your own. Just figure it out. But yeah, like the man said, we got $200 billion or whatever for a war. We got to do better.
Well, he didn't just say it. He screamed. His neighbor's probably sick of him.
They is. They do have to be sick of him. Like, this man is always going on a tangent, and not a quiet tangent. It'd be loud tangents. Like at the top.
Every single time. They be so aggressive.
That's how you know when somebody has really just had enough of what's going on in this country. When that, like the way how that man just blows up at the stuff that's going on, like that's how you know when somebody just has had enough of it. And then, like I said, like, and then some people might ask, what is the whole point of this whole Save Act? And it's the title of this episode: voter suppression. A lot of poor people don't have passports to vote. A lot of poor people don't have the means to go get the proper documentation that they're trying to make required in order to vote. So those people are not going to go get those documentation. I mean, they're not going to go vote, which means more votes for in the Republicans' favor. But then they just come to the conclusion when they realize, like, oh, a lot of the red states, the state people who really support us, a lot of those people don't have the right to go. Speaking of people, hold on, I gotta get off topic for 1 second because this, first of all, Chili from TLC and Nick Cannon, fuck you. That's what I'm gonna give y'all a big giant fuck you because Nick Cannon had the nerve to say that the Democrats are the modern day KKK. I can't believe he has the nerve to say that out of his mouth. He's a Donald Trump supporter. And then we had T-Boz, who gave money to many different foundations who was raising money for Donald Trump campaign.
So she did release a statement that said that she made many, many mistakes. She wasn't aware what it meant. She didn't read the fine print or something like that. She said she supports veterans and children, and she would never, donate to such a cause.
It's a basic PR stunt to cover up your bullshit. That's a basic. She didn't even write that statement. Her agent or PR publicist. That's what they call her publicist wrote that for her. She didn't write that her. So that is basic publicist bull crap. She knew what she was doing, and the fact that you donated to multiple different ones, and they were all for Donald Trump's causes, different causes. Like, girl, you knew what you was doing. I don't know who you're trying to fool, in the words of Michelle Williams.
She said for everybody, she would appreciate if everybody just basically be cool while she navigates this and figures out how to fix it.
Girl, you ain't got no money to fix it. TLC ain't making money. Like, if that's the case, y'all will be playing shows like State Fair.
They're retired artists, sir. Okay, you got me on that.
Patti LaBelle is 177 years old, and I ain't seen her not one time playing no damn State Fair. And she was trying to go solo. I'm just saying.
I tried. I'm not
sitting on.
I'm not going to see TLC perform.
She ain't got 20 million sitting in her bank account.
I'm not gonna go see TLC perform unless they come with somebody that I really want to see. That's it.
And then she only did. I feel like she only trying to backpedal because I think they had a little thing at the, I don't know if it's the iHeart Radio Awards or something they had. It was TLC, TLC, In Vogue, Salt and Pepper. They did this like little mini performance together and stuff. They all perform together, and I guess they supposed to be doing some type of tour. And then after this whole thing came out about her donating money to Donald Trump's campaign, and now people are talking about, well, we're not buying tickets to the show to support her. So now you gonna have your publicist put out that bullshit ass statement. Girl, go fuck yourself. I don't believe not one word in that statement. I don't. Your actions speak louder than words. I want to see. I want to see. Go to the poorest Democratic area and donate 10,000. Not even 10, girl, 100,000. Go donate 100,000 to HBCU or something, and then I might forgive you. Girl, I can't believe you just made me go in on you like that. And I love TLC. You just made me go in on you like that. I can't believe you.
Yeah, I'm still not going to see just them perform.
Okay, so not to be that kind of person because I'm not a small person myself. But T-Boz can't move. She can't dance no more. Them days, like anytime in the show, because I wish they was performing somewhere. And at any point during the show where there's like hardcore choreography, she goes stand to the side, and T-Boz is in center stage doing all the choreography herself. Chili's is front and center doing the choreography herself, while T-Boz is off to the side because T-Boz can't hit them dance moves no more. She just don't. It ain't happening. At this point, I don't even think she be singing live, to be honest. I don't even know what her voice sound like in 2026. I don't think she has sung live in God knows how long. So I like I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No, I would not pay to see them by themselves. Like I just would not. And now, if this was TLC from back in 2004 or 5, yes, I probably still would have. But TLC at 2026 and T-Boz can't move, and the only person who really moving is Chili and the background dancer. I'm not. I'm not. I can't.
Or maybe they should just put on ballroom gowns like Mariah Carey.
I wish that I would pay. I would watch Mariah Carey stand there and walk back and forth in the ballroom gown. But sometimes she was wearing these lately with some very high, like some thigh high boots or some not thigh high, but they cover her calves. They go up to her almost to her knee. So she wear like the little mini dresses that with the boots that come up to her knee. She wear if she's not in the ballroom gowns on stage. But anyway, like she said, I'm not. We ain't paying to see TLC by themselves. I pay to see Kelly. I pay to see Destiny Child. Yeah, I pay to see En Vogue. I ain't gonna pay
I
to see
would too. They were some incredible singers.
that one group that just make a comeback that I ain't gonna pay to see. Pussycat Dolls. I don't know why they tried to come back. And then she came back with the members who don't even know how to sing or can't sing or can't sing. The Pussycat Dolls, Nicole,
Yeah, no, I'm good.
the other girl, that's only Nicole and Melody did the singing. The other girls didn't know the songs until after the album was completely made, and then they find out what the songs was that was on the album, so they had nothing to do with the recording. They was just basically lip syncing background dancers. So it's just like I'm not paying to see that. It's just no way. It ain't gonna happen. They did announce that Benson Boone was supposed to be coming to play here in Milwaukee, but after I found out that he's a Republican, I was like, I can't give him no money to support him. I might still get tickets to see Zayn because Zayn's supposed to be coming in July, so I might get tickets to see Zayn. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I need a drink.
What's in that cup?
Water.
God, what?
The alcoholic kind?
Why you have to put me out there like that? Double straight. Oh, okay, I'm hot. But yeah, like I'm not gonna pay to see them other people. But anyways, that being said, because I'm hotter than the devil, so let's head into final thought. The cost of living is too damn high. We need to break it down. And by the way, I don't understand. We need to figure out something about this property tax because this property tax is getting too damn high. The water bills, everything's just too damn high. It needs to be fixed. People can't afford to live no more. But we need if they want to make America great again, make it affordable again, and vote out everybody come November. Make sure y'all go vote. I can't remember the rest we talked about on the show because yeah, I've been drinking. Okay, yeah, I'm sitting over the scene. Okay, all right.
My final thought is, y'all go out and live your lives to the best of your ability. There's so many things out here that you can do that cost just a little bit of money if everybody pitch in. Like I was just talking to Martell, I told him yesterday he better be ready for some backyard kickbacks this year. Okay, because it's looking like we're gonna be enjoying the free part of outside this year. Other than that, yeah, man. I mean, life is just gonna be life either which way it go. Make sure you stand up for what you believe in. I'm not saying that you lay down or anything like that. Get out there and vote. Get out there and educate yourself about, what the election is about, the candidates. Set a pop up on your phone so you can hear some of the latest, events in the news regarding politics. That's how I keep up with all the shenanigans, because I swear I get 20 million notifications in a day about they said they was going to do this. Then, nope, at the last minute, this was blocked. Now we're going to try to do this. And then this is going to happen. And, oh, yeah, by the way, they ain't got paid. It's just craziness. You know what I'm saying? And it's just better to try to keep a very good head on your shoulders to try to navigate through all the craziness. And that's my final thought.
So I wrote a book under my given name, and I was going to show y'all the
Your
paperback.
birth name?
Yeah, my given name. And I was going to show y'all the paperback, but I forgot to grab it. So I guess I'll do it on the next episode.
I got the limited edition before he switched the cover, the hard copy, and I'm waiting on him to sign. So he gonna put me into retirement with this book. So y'all go ahead and support this book so I can retire early.
So yeah, the book is called "Will You Be Mine?" It's available on Amazon. Just search Anthony Buckhalter, and the book will show up on Amazon. I am working for part 2 because there's a part 2 to the book. It's already written. I am just doing rewrites on part 2, and hopefully in the next month or 2, it'll be out. Hopefully it'll be out for pre-order soon. Then hopefully by the end of the summer, I'm hoping that it'll be out for part 2 be out for y'all to purchase. So make sure y'all go check that out. Book 1 is called "Will You Be Mine?" Book 2 is "Will You Be Mine?" And there are 4 books within this series. The 3 and 4 has not been written yet. But yeah, make sure y'all go and check that out. And with that being said, thank you all for listening to us and supporting us. Make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe to this podcast. Everything helps. And we will see you all on the next episode of Same Cast Different Day podcast.
Bye.